it's pretty standard for a lot of builds. I assume for people to put like a gate here. I mean, it's pretty fucking obvious. It's the bridge into the settlement. So I have the. I'm somewhat satisfied with this design. I mean, it's been here basically since the beginning. I really wanted the gate to be like here, right? But then the doors would open to the bridge, and that was this design is just what I had to settle with. It's not what I would have thought of doing, but it's just the way it is. And I also kind of actually like it now. I've made it really work. I don't like how this is exposed. I tried putting a wall right here to block this, because I don't like how you can just like... You can't... So again, I'm methodical. I've designed it to where you can't get through, right? So no NPCs can like get through, but I just don't like it. However, you can... I did design it to where you can get through this way. And why did I do that? Well, this gate is obviously so big things can't get in, but if like, let's say a security, like one of my security guards wanted to get through, he could just, it's kind of fidgety, and I don't like that, but I made sure the posts weren't like floating or anything, so that was as high as I could get it to let you walk through. But you know, like, instead of having to open the whole gate to expose the entire thing, right, they could just, oh, someone's at the gate, okay, we can just come over here and see what's up, or go out to do a small task or something without having to open the whole gate. So I'm okay with that. You know, the security guards there and the turrets, so I kind of like that. Again, I had to rug glitch these walls here, because you can't get them that close without using the rug. I think I can't remember if I had to. No, I don't think I had to do the rug glitch here. I don't know, whatever. Also America, fuck yeah. Anyway, so you know, you have the gate. You know, well, really, that's okay. Excuse me, I forgot one of the reasons why I did that. So you can, so if someone was coming here saying they wanted to come in, you know, guards would. It's so fidgety. Oh, I don't like that. So like they would come up here to see, like this guy can actually see over. I really like, he can actually see over the gate. Like how perfect is that? So he can see someone coming, and then be ready for when they come in. But then if someone's at the gate, like, oh, I want to come in, they can come out and like check them without opening the door. You know what I mean? So now you can open the door and you can come in. And then that was actually one of the first projects I did too, was getting the light posts set up. So again, I've put them in places where they're not floating, and like they're in the ground or whatever, and they're also like perfectly spaced out. So what I did is I placed a light post here before I built all this. So I posted it like right as furthest I could get on the dirt, and then I placed it, and then I placed another one, and I connected them with the wires, and I moved them as far as I could before the wire was too stretched out, and I just like pixel by pixel, like got it as far as I could, and centered these little like panels, like the inner working panels or whatever, so that they're all facing inward, so that, you know, for repairs and stuff. So yeah, they're all like perfectly spaced out, exactly. And then I thought this was kind of cool. This light like perfectly like goes onto this thing to kind of like blind them basically, so they, you know, are at a disadvantage if they are trying to attack, and police obviously. And then I didn't know what else to put here. I wanted to make this place welcoming, you know, like for people that want to live, and this is supposed to be like a huge hub of like a community. So I don't know, I just put that there. But yeah, all these like ladders are perfectly aligned with the wood to where it's not clipping into it and it's touching and whatever. And I've got the turrets up here on each side. You might think like, why didn't I put missile turrets, like the strongest thing? I like to do things that I like and that are also like, that make sense. Like if this was a real bridge, right, you wouldn't want to shoot missiles at it if someone was attacking. You would want, you know, something that shoots bullets or lasers maybe not so much, because it might burn the wood, but whatever. That's why I chose those. But that's all subject to change. Oh man, I forgot to do this. I meant to do this before I started. It's really annoying. These lights actually turn off. See, like when you leave, to save like, you know, RAM or performance or whatever. But then if you just like do this, they like turn back on, and you can see like it's all like scanning the water and the outside, and I have lights down the whole way, but we'll go that way later. And I have the cool like raider tent thing like over this guy because someone's always going to be here so it'll protect him from exposure. Is there anything else notable? Oh yeah, this kind of bothered me at first. I didn't have a better way to connect this wire without it like, you know, I make sure the wires aren't like obstructive, like dangerous to where people are just walking, they like run into them and like unplug them or get electrocuted or something. So I always make sure they're like this. Some places are still sort of a work in progress. Like I don't really like how the wires are here yet, but that's all for later. And I didn't like how the wire went through the pole, but I was like, you know, I'm actually okay with that. It kind of looks like it's like in with the inner workings of the sign. You know what I mean? Like it looks like it makes sense. It just works. Anyway, so, you know, and plus I liked how the sign was on this side. I had it over here at first, and I didn't like it on that side. But it's like you see the sign, then you see sanctuary, so like your attention is directed that way. And then, yeah, we'll go to the right. That's a siren. Obviously, this guy, if he sees trouble or whatever, he can ring the siren and get everybody. And you see how I put the conduit like by this like mechanical thing. There's other ones that look like a power box almost, and I put them there to kind of like it's like the power supply of the house or whatever. So I put stuff in a certain spot on purpose. And so this says like for rent, and it's like telling you where to go. It's like for rent. There's rooms. So I've built rooms in here. So this is the police station, but it's also like the what do you want to say, like the waiting room or like the interview process room or whatever. So like when we take new settlers, like, you know, we want to make sure they're not crazy or whatever, so they can stay here. Like there's like luggage and, you know, some basic beds and like the bathroom and everything. So this is for people that are like still being interviewed and like they have a family or something and they, you know, stay here for a couple days. And then but it's also the police station. So at first I had a post in here. This is basically before I furnished everything, but like I had a guard post in here to kind of like I really wish you could just mark positions for people to stand at to guard, if that makes sense. Like I wish I could just say I want a guard to stand here and look this way. You know what I mean? Like so that they would come and guard here every once in a while, just to like make sure everything's like safe and the new people aren't like doing anything bad. But this is also the police station, so this is like the police gear. And I tried to I themed it around being a policeman. You know, policemen are going around burning people alive and stuff. So, but you know, I tried to have like one of every weapon type, kind of like a melee, unarmed, a rifle, a gun, you know, that kind of thing. So I didn't want to put a minigun up here, just because I thought that was more overkill than the flamer. And the other option was like a missile launcher. Obviously, again, I don't want to shoot missiles in a place with a lot of civilians. But you know, I've got the police bat and the like service pistol, flamer. I designed this gun to be like a marksman, like precision rifle, for like a high-powered precision rifle. It's not fully automatic. Or wait a minute, it is automatic. I can't remember why I decided to do that. Wait, am I stupid? That's fine. Never mind. I like that. Anyway, so yeah. We got the combat armor. You know, I thought that was like the closest thing to be, like police gear. You know, it's got road leathers, I believe. Yeah, and I've modded it all. So like, I modded everything to have the highest like, you know, defensive capability, but also like, what does strengthen do? It reduces limb damage, I think. Yeah, so the police armor is basically just to reduce the amount of damage from everything as much as I can. But yeah, so anyway, it's all themed around what its purpose is for. So yeah, you know, we got the awesome door. It's so fucking annoying that the NPCs just leave them open all the time, which is something that Grey Gaming complained about. But yeah, so here's, you come in, got the guard here, so you come in, you wouldn't go here first, you would, come in here to be interviewed or whatever, waiting bench or whatever. And I love how, for some reason, the trash on this floor is, like, not on the ground, it's, like, floating, but it's perfect because then I put this down and it looks like it's trash. Like, the environment is so unintentionally, like, awesome sometimes. So I put that mat there. And then I have this cool door, for when you're done, you can go out that way, or you can just go here and, or when the guard's trying to come in, he can go there. But yeah, this is like the interview desk, and I put the computer here for the population, because it's like, that'll find them a job, or like find them, a place to live or whatever. And like fine. So like all these containers and stuff too, by the way, again, another side rant. It's so fucking disappointing. Shut the anyway, it's so annoying how you can't, they have all these amazing items in this game, all these junk items, just everything has physics, and you can drop it and it has an item in the world, and you can't decorate your settlement with them. Because, first of all, the NPCs will run into them, knock everything over. When you leave the area and everything loads in, things will fall through the places you put them through. Like, if I put a coffee cup on this desk and I leave and come back, there's a chance it'll just, like, fall through the desk and fall through the ground, and it won't stay where you put it. There should have been a glue option or a cement option, if that makes sense. Like, okay, I want to decorate my desk by putting a coffee cup there and a pencil and a folder. Well, okay, there should be an option to where when you drop a junk item, you can go into build mode and grab that item and place it somewhere. Well, why can't you cement the object down to where it can't move anymore or be picked up? Like, that should be a feature in the. I don't know why. Obviously, I wish I was a famous, popular YouTuber, so before this update was coming out, I could be like, hey, Bethesda, in that update, you should totally add this basic feature that's, like, makes sense and it's not a huge update, Like, maybe you should do that? Anyway, so yeah, side rant. I'm actually, like, the reason I haven't done this yet is for two reasons. Because, one, I don't trust the game quite yet. I know that sounds funny, but I don't trust the game to not delete my items when I place them down. Or rather, when I put them in the desk, like if I want to put like, folders and paper, pencils and pens and stuff in the desk to like decorate it that way, But I don't. This game is weird, and I just don't want NPCs to like, take them for some reason or whatever. So I'll put like folders in there and stuff like that. Also, another thing too, which is actually a strategy I've heard other people doing, is that, and I've actually done it myself, if you place a container down, like for instance, if I place a new, like, if I store this and place it down again, it'll actually, like, there's like a timer on it to where the game will spawn items in there, so it'll spawn cigarette cartons or cigarette packs, and like, the filing cabinet will spawn like adjustable wrenches or used oil cans or something like that. So the containers will actually spawn free items for you, but it only does it once. So once a container does it, it's done. It'll never do it again. But that's why I didn't want to put items in these containers, because I'm just always paranoid that I'll spend all this time decorating and then it'll like delete the items and spawn new items in there, and then I won't realize until long down the line. And then, like, yeah, who cares if you lose, like, a pencil? But I don't want to waste items. I don't want to waste anything, so that's why. Anyway, God damn it. Just eat something real quick. Oh, that's that power box I was talking about. I hate that stupid Brahmin. It always does that. It's either in my fucking living room or having a fucking seizure. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. Noodle cups are cool too, by the way, because they give you half a hunger unit and then a full drink unit. Pretty convenient. Okay. Everybody's congregating here for some fucking reason. I don't know why. Oh yeah, by the way, women do the gardening and men security. I apologize for the sexism, but this is war, so... Anyway, Side note. What was I doing? Oh yeah. So yeah, obviously I theme the houses with everything, and I don't repeat. I try not to repeat things. Like I try, I don't want to just place the same chair over and over. Like I want to make it look like this is a lived-in space. Like I try to, I don't repeat the same bed or the pictures. I try to use one of each at least or something. You know what I mean? Like I take a lot of time in what items I place. So like there's like an ice box here for like when you come to get interviewed, they'll like give you water, when you're getting interviewed to help, because these people are probably hungry or whatever. And then cigarettes if you want to smoke, you can buy them. So up here, this would be for like if the place was getting raided, that security guard can run up here and get the power armor. And again, I don't have I forget what perk it is. I forget which one. There's a perk that lets you craft certain things in power armor, but I just did what I could. Like I tried to theme it around like being a policeman, obviously like highest damage resistance, and this one like targets living beings, and it has a blue lamp for like the blue police, and I never use power armor, so I actually forget what reactive plates do. There was a mod. The arm mods are all useless because they're all unarmed damage. But then there's the one I can't get. It increases power attack damage, but that's I'm assuming that's for melee weapons as well as unarmed. So I wanted to use that because that's the most like useful and thematic. But yeah, so that's just police power armor. That's the recruit, and this is the interview station, so that's where the recruitment beacon is, because that's where they want to get new people. This is the powerhouse. I spent a long time. You might be wondering how the fuck I got that built, like how I got all this extra stuff on here, because this is the base building. This is like the prefab big building that you can build. So obviously I've furnished everything. It's like a workshop, maintenance room or whatever. So, there's all this like, workshop stuff here. I put this here because it looked like it was like parts and stuff. And really there's still like, there's a little bit of work. I could probably try to do something here. But this is where all the power units are. You can move around here. It's a little cramped, but that was the best I could do. I'm not satisfied with this location. I just built this because I wanted the power. I'm not satisfied with it being there, but that was just where I put it for now because it's really cramped. Also, side note, why the fuck doesn't this take actual fusion cores to power? There's so much more survival stuff they could have done in this game. Like the generators actually requiring oil to run or something. Anyway, there's, power pylon. But yeah, all this extra stuff I built into the structure, and it's like in the, again, I won't explain how I did it because I literally videoed it all. Oh my god, this building took forever. Like, it was so difficult doing this. But yeah, this is, like, someone, like, the maintenance guy stays here. Oh, I thought that was just funny. Like, accidents this year, there's so many accidents because it's the apocalypse. But anyway, yeah, this is, like, a room for the maintenance guy that works here. This is, okay, so this actually is a panel. Like, this is, I don't know why they designed it this way. It's very strange, but I can't actually grab it. Again, I'm not going to explain how I did all this because it took forever. But this panel, this is a wooden panel on top of the tin roof. Like when you come out this door, it's just a tin roof, and I put this panel here. It took forever. I've said that 100 times. But yeah, so I added all this stuff because I wanted it to be like, okay, I want like one of every power object in the power station, right? Like one small, one medium, one big, So then I was like, okay, well, how am I going to put a windmill up here? And I was like, okay, well, the roof is obviously the best option, but then I put it on the roof, and it just looks silly, and there's no way to access it. So I was like, okay. Then I started getting like really creative. So I had to do a lot of rug glitching and a lot of snap building where the items snap to each other. I had to do a lot of weird shit. So I think it turned out really fucking awesome. I used the scaffolding as like supports, because like I want the structure to make sense. And I've got, there's sadly no fence I could put here, and then I tried to put a staircase going down that way to get on the roof, but then when you put it down, you actually can't get down because you're hitting the roof, and you can't go down. But yeah, I built all this into the structure, and then this, got this like, how awesome is this? I'm sorry, I'm so proud of this. Like, I love all the stuff I've done, and I don't like how that cord is there, but, like, since this is the power station, whoever's in here will... I don't know why the fuck they're on... What the fuck? Like, I don't know... I've never seen that. I don't know why they're up there anyway. But, whoever's in the power station knows to be careful, so that'll, like, hit your head if you don't duck down. But then I've got it... This, I don't really like, because it's kind of floating. It's kind of hard to see. But, like, you see the posts, like, aren't connected, really. But, like, the wood... Hold on. The wood is like touching. It's like connected to this part, So I'm just like, okay, it's like securely placed enough, like it's nailed down. So I was okay with it because I really wanted the guard to be up here because it's like a perfect spot, And he can like it's even like tilted to where he can like step down, It's like a stair. So yeah, and then here's like a back way. Again, there's no fucking fence to put there to block that. I don't like that. But then yeah. And it's like, excuse me, it's like built into the concrete. Yeah, this building took for fucking ever to do. Excuse me. So yeah, that's the power station. I think I saved the footage. I was getting really ambitious with this part. Again, I'm not like done with these wires and how it's all like structured necessarily. But you see how I put the pump like where the wood was in the ground to make it look like someone put it there to like collect water. Like you put like a bucket there and it like collects water, so you need like a flat smooth surface to put the bucket down, or just whatever, or like you're washing your hands or feet or legs or whatever, and then you're not getting dirty, so they put wood there so you don't get dirty while you do it. But then this I just thought this looked so cool. I built so my original idea, so I have a water boy or Aqua Boy or something. It makes it to where you don't take radiation damage from water. So I can't show you now because I don't take radiation damage, but the ground here, you can walk in this water without taking radiation damage because it's shallow enough. And then over there is where it's deeper. I have a whole video of me building this thing. Like it took forever, and I ended up scrapping it because it just wasn't working how I wanted. I had it basically I was trying to make a bathhouse. So I was trying to make like a water level bathhouse to where you can come out here, and then like the water is kind of deep, to where you can like be in the water, and it connected to this to where it's like a path to, if you want to go over here to this little. I really wish you could build out here. I put like a little island patio kind of deal. But I wanted to raise this high enough to where, because like I had it to where you could stand under it like it was a shower. And I was trying to enclose this within a wooden structure to where it was private so no one could see you. And it was also in the water. And it just didn't work out. And I had to scrap it. So this is the next best thing I got. So like basically you can more or less do the same thing. Use it as a shower if you want to get butt naked in front of anybody. So whatever. But I built the... again, using the environment, this is like an electrical thing, right? So I was like, okay, well, it's water. I don't want someone to get electrocuted. So I built the post into the rock to like, I'm not an electrician, but doesn't that make it retardant or whatever? Like electricity retardant? So yeah, just using the environment for the building. That's more or less all for over here. So just keep going down the line. So yeah, this is just I think this is the female's, or this is the male's house. Okay, so I wanted to so some people might be permanent residents here. So like this house is like a permanent resident or a family or something like that. This was actually more of a family house because there's a crib in here. So this house didn't have any like sex assignment to it because like someone actually lives there. But this is like the male dorm kind of deal or whatever you want to call it. So this is where male settlers would go. And I actually haven't assigned people, like you can actually assign NPCs to what bed you want them to be in. I haven't actually assigned males to these yet just because I wasn't worried about it for now. But yeah, this is like the male's house. Like this is where, I love my work I've done. Just I've made all the houses unique and like built differently and themed, and it just looks so cool. And like, there's oh hey, see that? Okay, so I haven't been in here to take that item since I placed it. So yeah, it spawned some scissors in there. But it's just like it's just the mail house. It's really sad. I really wish there were some more like kitchen objects. That's the one thing the building really the building lacks in a lot of ways, but I really wanted there's no kitchen objects. Like you can make the little crafting kitchen thing I had in there for like a stove, but there's no like kitchen countertop sort of deals. There's no cupboards. There's no sinks necessarily. Like I didn't want like a function. I just want objects that look like kitchen objects, right? But whatever. But yeah, I had this as kind of like I don't know, like a poker table or a D&D table or something like that. So got the the fan and everything. So this is just where I put it. This one is closer to like the outside of the settlement, since all the guys are security, right? So like at first I thought this would be the security house, but then I was like, no, I want that to be the police station, and this is where the guards, aka the men, would be, so they're closer to the front to where if someone's in, they can go immediately, take care of it. Yeah, and like this is like one of the coolest things. I know this is so weird, but this is like one of the coolest things. Like I have so many cool things, but yeah, no, like this is so neat. I love this. It's so cool because the bush is like blocking. It's like a natural wall, and I have this cool door here with the spotlight, and like the guys can see, like they can see if someone's out there, and they can come in and like, doesn't it look so neat? I'm sorry. Anyway, this whole area is kind of neat. I really like this. I focus so much defense on this side of the map, or the other back sides don't have as much security because it's like the back and it's like forests, and people wouldn't necessarily be coming, like bad people wouldn't necessarily be coming through that way. This is like the front. So, and plus there's a spawn over there by Abernathy Farm, a random encounter spawn. So it's kind of cements the fact that it's more dangerous this way, because there's no spawns or anything back here. So yeah, there's guard posts here to use the natural blockage of the bushes and stuff. You got the dog meat. I've kitted him out with the best armor. But yeah, so you got all the entry points blocked off. Got the turrets up here. Obviously, like I know that if you get attacked, nothing's going to be coming this way. Like I understand that, but this is all for the like realism factor. And this was kind of wide. That's what she said. So I use the environment to choose which way I want. So I put it on this side because it was open, right? And I wanted this bush. This bush would, like, again, it's a game, but like in real life, like it'd be hard to get through that bush if you're trying to get in, and the barbed wire is kind of there, so you have to be careful. But it's also like a way for these guys to like come out here if they need to. They just have to get through the bush a little bit, and then they can like go out if they need to do anything. So, a little patio, or whatever. So, also, I've just thought, why the fuck? God, I hate this game. Why can't you build plants? Like, I know that one of the Creation Club things has plants, and I really want it, but I'm not buying anything until I beat the game or it's free. So, and it sucks because I don't know how I got 100 credits for the store, but I got 100 somehow. I don't know how. And the pack that gives you plants, or like potted plants at least, is 100 points or whatever, and I have 100 points because it's discounted from 200, and I'm like, oh, I want to buy it, but I don't want to because morals and stuff. Anyway, but yeah, so because I want to put like I scrapped all the trees, right? And you can't scrap those for whatever fucking reason. It really pisses me off. But like, why can't you plant bushes and flowers and stuff? It's so annoying. Like, if you actually had to loot like hub flowers and stuff, and you could plant them, like, ugh. What a perfect time for a fucking rad storm. But yeah, continuing on, this is like a family's house, kind of. It's like a family slash like a place for these guys, like since they're guarding this place. Well, like, and I liked how all the guards were here, and then this is where the baby is, like the highest priority. You know, so there's like a Oh, same there. There's toothpaste in a fucking desk. Okay. But yeah, so you know, this is like a, you know, the baby's house or whatever for the family, and then but this area you can see it's like kind of more for the guards or whatever, like they share it and protect the family. Again, another siren here, and then I like how this turned out. It didn't turn out exactly how I wanted it in terms of how the environment interacts with the structures, but you know, because at first I wanted this to be the path to get on here. I put the ladder here so you could just go up like that, but it didn't work out. So then, you know, you can kind of use the path to like get over here, and then you can come up, you know, if they need to like fix these things or something. And then I thought this was so cool. I really wish you could use Vault 111 for like something, but you can't. But since this is like the back path, it's like an actual path. I put these lamps. I thought it looked so cool. And then, you know, they are guarding that path because it's like an actual entryway. So yeah, there's that. This is the doctor slash barber. I'm not sure I want to keep these out here. The cigarette machine I thought made sense, kind of, you know, because this game's like set in the 50s. Well, not set, but like the theming is like the 50s and that kind of thing. And like back then, doctors were like, "Oh yeah, cigarettes are good for you. Smoke up." And so I put a cigarette machine there, and also because of the barber. But that, and then the milk, I think I might just get rid of that. I'm not really sure. It's too claustrophobic. I wanted something here to be more cozy feeling, but this is just claustrophobic and not cozy. In fact, I'm probably just gonna get rid of that, because it's like right in front of the seat, and I don't like that. Anyway, I was thinking about putting walls here, but I liked the fact that it was open, so that it was like.
The last time I had clean fingernails.
Bro, I can't remember the last time I didn't give a fuck. But yeah, so this is where the barbers are. You know, just whatever. I think there's a step here. Yeah, there's a step here. I thought that was cool. But yeah, I put these bars here, obviously to differentiate the saloon. And it sucks because I put the sign there because, like, the street's there, so you would see the sign coming this way, but it makes it think that it's there. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of wish there was somewhere I could put it, like, I was trying to put it on this post here, but it won't let you put a sign on that post. Let me double check. Like, I wanted to hang the sign on the post, but see, it doesn't do that. So, anyway, that was the best I could do it. I was gonna put it there, but again, the path is, like, it's over there. But I put these, like, bars here as like therapy bars, so like if someone like hurt their leg or their back or something, they can use, well, first of all, it's like, you know, if you have trouble walking, like, you can use the bar, but it separates the saloon from the, I keep saying saloons, the salon from the doctor's office, but it's also like to do exercises, like to, you know, for physical therapy or whatever. I got the sign there too. But yeah, so there's like the doctor's office. I use the crafting table as the you know, the doctor's making medicine or whatever, like file cabinets for the patients, like their medical files, that kind of deal. This is supposed to be a drugstore. There wasn't much I could do because I can't make the crafting stations. Like, I actually want to sell drugs here to kids, but you know, I can't craft that yet. So this is supposed to be like a drugstore, you know, put the medicines there or whatever. And again, like physical therapy, you know, that kind of thing. And there's that thing I was talking about earlier that's out there. I put it in the grass, you know, because the grass is softer. So obviously, like, you know, they do all kinds of crazy gymnastics, but it's like supposed to be like to help physical therapy. You know, this like all that. So so there's that, and this is the actual like, you know, room or whatever. Got the like patient bed there, and I had the lamp over, like, I had to change this up a little bit because I wanted the bathtub in there for whatever reason, you know, for cleaning or something. I don't fucking know. I just put it there because it made sense. I just realized there's no toilet in here. I am actually just realizing that on the spot, because you would kind of think there'd be a toilet in a doctor's office, right? Oh man. Actually, we're just gonna say should I change the bathtub for a toilet? I'm actually thinking about this on the spot. Like, you're doing a drug test, right? But obviously drug tests in the apocalypse aren't the most important thing, right? I think the bathtub would be better because you could just shut the fuck up. I don't know. I'm trying to think if I like a toilet or a bathtub better. The toilet would definitely open the room up a little bit more. I don't know. I just think, like, okay, this is like he's doing like surgery and checking like body stuff, and I feel like the bathtub would probably be, I don't know, whatever, who cares. But yeah, you get, so I have two beds in here. This is like the doctor's bed or whatever, right? So, but this bed is here in case he needs to like monitor somebody like while they're recovering or something. So that's like the patient bed, so he can be there if they have an emergency. You know, he's got his desk here, and there's also a secret in this room. Pretty you know, pretty cool secret. Oh yeah, there it is. There is a safe here in the leaves. It's where all the drugs are. So this is where all his medication is, and the medication I did. So safes are different. They don't spawn items, so I was okay with putting my items in here. These are all the like non-base drugs, as in like buff out or jet or stim packs are like a base drug, and then you use those to craft the like higher versions of them, like buff tats, buff jet, that kind of thing. So I just put the like harder stuff in here just because like I have nothing to do with them after I. You know, because like I'm not going to use these, but then they're not used for crafting. So, you know, I've got all my other drugs in my main room. So yeah, that's this building. Again, that's going to be the trading post. I put the guard post up there because like I will have a guard in the trading post to make sure like nobody gets mad that they got ripped off or something and goes crazy. So yeah. This is the mayor's house, aka me or whatever. So you can see it's got a lot of attention to it. Obviously for gameplay purposes. You got the bell here in case I need a call meeting or something. I don't really like this. I like the idea of being able to tell people to take a break, but it's the game is programmed to where the settlers will always be around you. It sucks because the game really wasn't designed to like be real or whatever you want to call it. Like, I wish the settlers would go off in their own directions, but the game wants you to see your settlers, so they all just they all just come around you. That's what she said. And so like everybody will just fucking congregate in my garage or in my living room, and it's really annoying. I just wish they would go in their own houses or whatever. So I don't usually use that very often. But yeah, I got this is where all my uncooked meat is, so then like every once in a while, like cook everything, get a bunch of experience or whatever. Got the decontamination ring. I was gonna set it up to where I put a pressure pad here. I'm not really sure how the pressure pad works necessarily, but I wanted to put it on so I could like step in, it would just clean me off every time I come in. But obviously I didn't want to do that for gameplay purposes because I don't want my radiation to go away. Let me drink some water and make that stupid. I'm not honestly numb to that noise. I don't even remember it's there because I'm so used to it. So yeah, I got the workshop. I had to rug glitch this toolbox here because I'll show you. If you grab it, you can't put it there because you just can't. So I had to rug glitch it there because I thought it looked cool. Got my name there. I just wanted to do that. This is where all my junk items are. This is basically one of everything possible that I've collected so far. It goes on for a while. There's a lot, but yeah, you get the idea. I have all my, so two things. Like I already explained before, I don't keep the junk in there in the workshop because it doesn't use everything in the junk items, so it's inefficient and wasteful. But I keep all the mods in there. This stuff. Well, and another benefit too, if you keep all your junk items in the shop, as in like your components, like these, like your actual base raw materials, if you have a scavenging station, which I have 3 in this settlement, it doesn't give you these, like the actual components. So you're missing out on stuff that your settlers can find for you. So, I think it's like every day or something, it'll like generate loot or something. I don't know. And then like once you have a certain amount of like junk in the workshop, it like stops generating. I don't know. But they find you bottle caps and this is from the excess food that we grow and the water. It goes in there. So. But then I keep all the mods in here because the mods are unaffected by anything, and it's really convenient to be able to just go onto the crafting station and just have access to all the mods. This list goes on forever. It is there. I have so many mods for like all sorts of different stuff. This is from everything I've demodded from guns and armor I found. So I have a shit ton of mods. But yeah, this is like. Again, like, I'm still not 100% done with these places, but, like, there's nothing wrong with how I have it set up right now, really. And I know I said before, I don't trust the game in, like, holding my items, but the reason I put items in this, or, like, my house, is because I'm always in this house, and I'll notice if these things get deleted, and then if that ever happens, I can just go back to an old save when they're there, and then take everything out, and then fix the problem, and blah, blah, blah. So... it's like the beta test. So I have all my like booze in here, all the like themed items in there, and then this is where all my cooked / like ready food is. Like this is like, it's not raw meat. It's like a meal. You know what I mean? Like this is all like actual food. So this is where I get my food. This is where all the produce goes into, plants and whatever. All that. By the way, this isn't permanent. As you can see, get the fuck. I'm gonna kill you, dude. That's right. Walk away. Anyway, this is where the. What am I talking about? Yeah, no. Obviously, this isn't permanent because it goes to the roof. But I just thought that was the most appropriate like. Cabinet or whatever to put food in that is available, so whatever, that's why I have that. But yeah, just just room. I got my these are all like book magazine kind of deals, and this is where like all the wait, what was that? Oh yeah, it's a game. This is where all the holotapes are in. Bobbleheads, obviously. This is where all my medicine is, like craftable medicine is. I have the hazmat suit there. Like this is where I placed all my like. Wait a minute. My wedding ring's in here. The other one. Wait, is it? Oh no! Sorry, I forgot. I made a mannequin of my wife. And that sounds really weird. I made a mannequin of my wife in the main house, and she's got the wedding ring now. But yeah, this is like my armor that I didn't want to carry around all the time. This is where I would put it. But like since I have no use for it anymore, the hazmat suit is the only one I theoretically would have a use for. If I go somewhere that would kill me if I got too many rads, so I don't need to carry that around the whole time. So that's why that's there, just for quick use. Got this. I don't like this sink just because it's not dirty, but the theme of it, I wanted it there. So that skeleton is from that room, that house over there. I used a gun to push him in here, and he's like a permanent object, so he's always there. And you may be wondering, why the fuck do you have blowflies in the bathtub? And fuck you, that's why. Anyway, but no, so really cool. These are very integral to my save. These are the blowflies that you kill in the beginning of the game. And it's hard to explain it, and I'm not going to do it now because I don't want to screw anything up potentially. But these are... Okay, so the game thinks that they're still alive, I think. So you get that quest... Well, it's part of the main quest to explore Sanctuary with Codsworth. And you're supposed to kill the bloatflies. I believe it's one of the objectives, right? I don't think it says it here anymore. What mission would that be? Yeah, so, okay, search the neighborhood with Codsworth. But I did this by accident once on an old file. So I accidentally, I attacked one of the bloatflies and exploded it. And the objective came up on the left of the screens, and it said kill all bloatflies, and it checked it off as complete. So the game thought that the bloatflies were still alive, thus not despawning them. And so, like, the rad roaches that are in that building over there, they're gone. Like, they're despawned. And there's 6 bloatflies. There's 3 in there, and then 3 in there. Well, I intentionally allowed Codsworth to kill them so that I didn't kill them, thus making them permanent. So why is that important? First of all, for decoration, weirdly enough. And I only have 5 of them. 1, 2, 3. They're kind of stuck in the bathtub. Wait, are we back down to 4 again? Are you fucking... Wait, what? I think we're back down to 4. I can't... Everything's all fucked up here. Okay, I'm not saving this, so I'm just gonna get this fucking thing. Are you fucking... Oh, no, there's 5. Okay. So, yeah, weird story. So in the beginning of the game, I had all 6. I don't know where the 6th one is. I didn't move it. I didn't do anything. And for the longest time, I only had 3. Like, 3 of them despawned, and then 3 were still here. And then I was just building one day, and I noticed 2 of them out in the grass out there. And I was like, wait, what? And then I can only assume the other one may be in the ground. You see how they're, like, clipped into the bathtub? Oh, I didn't move them or nothing. I think the game, when it loaded this place in, it accidentally pushed the bug in the ground. There's no way for me to confirm that, really. And all I can really do is hope that I can get to it, because if not, I'm going to be sad. Or also, I just don't know how they got outside. This game's weird. It must have just spawned them incorrectly in the wrong spot and spawned them out there. I don't know. But, okay, anyway, so why is this important? Well, these are my backpacks. So I'm not going to talk about, like, item weight and stuff. Like, so you see, I can sprint with this bloatfly. Hold on, let me get outside. So I can sprint with this thing. You see how it, like, follows me as I'm moving? It's really convenient. Most people don't know, but if you actually move, and I'm getting into a lot of information. So if you move, the game is divided into cells. So, like, each of these, it's hard to see with the red, but each of these squares is a cell. So if you move an item out of its native cell far enough away, I think it's probably like 3 cells away from its native spawn, it'll actually, like, disappear. Or rather, it'll get unrendered because you've taken it so far away that it unloads it, because the game identifies it as being in that cell, and then if you move out of that cell, it, like, despawns it. So, like, there's that dead guy and the dog over at the end of the bridge. If I were to move that corpse far away... No, I'm lying. I'm sorry, it's hard to explain. So, okay, I'm so sorry. There are different types of corpses, or items, rather. So, like, there's permanent corpses, which that is a permanent corpse. The dog and the guy are permanent corpses. You can move those anywhere in the game and they won't despawn, because they're permanent, like, to the world. But then if you were to, like, go to a random event, like if I killed something over there in that random event and then took the corpse and moved it somewhere, it would despawn because the random event is where that body came from, and that random event goes away after you've done it. And then also another thing is that if you were to explode that bloatfly, it breaks into two different parts. It breaks into the like husk of the body and then the gland, the like stringy eyeball thing. So there's two parts of the bloatfly now, but it's the same object. So if you were to take those two objects and pull them apart from each other, like and take them far away from each other, it'll despawn because there's too far away, and it's trying to load two different locations at once, so it just disappears, but it still exists. It's really weird. Anyway, so what I'm getting at is that I can take this bloatfly anywhere I want, all across the map. It's light, it moves with me, I can sprint, and it holds infinite items. So I pick up everything, and then what I'll do is I'll loot everything and pick a location where I put all the loot. So like I'll put it into a crafting station. I never put items into anything that's not a crafting station. Put it into like an armor stand or a gun thing or a chemistry station, and put your items in there, because those will never despawn and nobody can interact with them. And then what I'll do is I'll put all my stuff into those things, I'll put all the items into the bloatfly, and then I can carry them all back to here to where I put all my items. And yeah, these are backpacks. Some of them are heavy. I think this one, no, not that one, I think it's the big one. Wait, what? Are they all light now? They're all fucking... What the fuck? Okay, no, this is the fat one. So you see how I'm moving... I'm trying to move, but he's, like, fat. So I can't run. So I don't use him. He's dumb. But yeah, all these other ones I can literally just take anywhere and transfer. That's how I transport my items. That's why I was saying, like, oh, you could just use supply lines to do it. Nope, don't need it. It's a waste. Anyway. So yeah, that was weird. Got into, got my armor bench. This is where all my undemodded weapons are. They're all just weapons, because armor you can demod for free, so I just do them all. The amount of screws that I need and fiber optics, oh my god. Pipe weapons are easy because they usually only take one screw to do, but like this, like if I were to demod this thing, it takes screws for the mag, the stock, the barrel, and the receiver. So yeah, it's a fucking shit ton. Got this cool little ramp here that avoids the debris down there. Got all this, and oh yeah, this is where my some of these fusion cores, like when I'm transporting, I have a lot of power suits. Power armors. So sometimes if I'm feeling like, if it's far away and it's like kind of dangerous, I will put a fusion core in it, but then I won't use it all. So that's okay, because at one point I will actually sell the fusion cores once I have max cap collector and like barter and stuff like that to get the best deal, because I don't want to waste selling something if I can't get it for the highest price. So that's where like half used cores are. This is where all my best guns are for my build, like long range snipers basically. I have just one of each. It's like the progression. Like that was the first, well, not that one, but that's the 38. That was the first gun I ever used, and then the 45 and the 308 and just etc. It's like they get more powerful. So that's like my display rack. Got the cool like computer here for like working on the power armor and whatever the fuck that's supposed to be. But yeah, this is just like my garage. And then this was the first thing I ever built, kind of like when I very first started building ever. This was like the first idea I ever had, kind of, and I used the rug glitch here too. So like I just wanted to I wanted to have a way to get onto the roof that like looked like it made sense, and this is the best I could get it to look, sort of. Like, I'm sure I could come up with a better idea, but this is like my first idea, so I think this looks good, and I want to keep it as my first idea. So I made sure like the step like didn't run into the drain pipe, and then you can go up here. The NPCs get kind of stuck going down on this for some reason. They like hit this and they can't go down. But yeah, so this is where like got some more power stations here. Not as many as the power station, but I wanted it to be like a power supply place too. Got the siren here. generators in the patio and stuff, and got a spotlight. I was trying to put a windmill up here, but it doesn't work. It's whatever. It's not important. But yeah, I got the guard tower here, flush with the floor. Just to, it's in the middle of the town, just to be able to see everything. It's like the high point in the town. I am so proud of how this turned out. This whole platform expansion thing I did. Got the step to go down it, did that, and then I got this fucking thing. I'm not super happy with how it's kind of floating. It's kind of built into it, and it looks like it's safe. But this looks so fucking cool. I love it. I love it so much. Anyway, I won't go into that other building because we're not there yet. So yeah, that's the main house, my house. And then of course I've already explained this. This is as close as I could get it to the first, your home in the beginning. So like I said, I got a video and did everything exactly as close as I possibly could. Yeah, there's my wife. Got her outfit and her wedding ring. So yeah, not creepy. But anyway, this is the same picture. It's not the same size. It was smaller. That's the same picture as the beginning. The radio and just everything I could. Sean's room, got it as close as I could. Yeah, so it's pretty self-explanatory. Got all that. So this is the garden. So I blocked this off because I didn't want again, I'm trying to theme everything to make it make sense. So I didn't want I have Brahmins all through the place, but I didn't want the Brahmins to get in the crops, right? So I blocked this off, and also for safety or whatever. So I blocked those off, and I got the picket fence thing to, so you could get in. Got the outhouse. I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, this is the garden. So I built the garden into the environment. So usually where there's leaves, I try to build carrots, because I'm not a farmer or anything, but I know carrots obviously need a lot of water. But I figured it would probably work better in leaves, because leaves would retain moisture, and carrots I think need quite a lot of water compared to a lot of vegetables. But I just thought it looked kind of neat to use the leaves to build the carrots, and I've got carrots in these leaves, and yeah. There's usually a pattern to how I do the building. Tomatoes are usually built up against the walls of houses, because it's support. My mom grew tomatoes before, and she used the house wall to help support the beams so that the vines could grow and stuff like that. So something that's really fucking cool is how I did the melons. So these roots that are in this is part of the environment. A better example is here, you see that root is part of the ground. So I used the root to put the gourds and the melons as if that's part of the plant, it's growing on the roots. So I just thought that was such a good, and I lined it up right, so I made sure the melons weren't clipping into the root. I made sure the positioning of when they were grown looked like this one especially, the melons aren't in the root. It looks so cool like that. And then this look, I positioned wait a minute. The melon's touching the roots. Wait a minute. I think, actually, no. Well, I'm not going to be able to do it because the NPCs are standing here. Fucking morons. Get out of here. Go. Why do you have to be so slow and dumb? Another thing I did is it's kind of a work in progress, but sometimes, with the tomatoes especially, they'll be, tilling the tomatoes in the house, because, the position for them to do it, since I rotated them, is in the house. So I just try to keep up on that. If I see them tilling in the house, I turn them so that they aren't doing that. Sure. No. That's not what I meant to do. Oh shit. Okay. Well, I need to. Or wait. Why was it? Oh, okay. Never mind. That's why it's like that. I forgot. It's because it won't. that was the best I could get it. Yep. Well, I could probably. Yeah, I can't really. Whatever. I could fuck with that some of the time, but yeah, I try to. I got the trees here because the tree roots, or whatever. Again, anybody that builds will let you know that the environment is extremely hard to build here, or in a lot of places because it's so hilly. Even with the plants, it looks like it's easy because I took so long to do it, but the corn will float. Even then, it kind of looks like it's floating there. And, or these are hard to place because they have to be on flat surfaces, otherwise they're just floating. Especially these, it's just so hard. I put a tree up here because I thought it looked cool. Maybe it doesn't make sense, but I was trying to. At first, I wanted to have one on both sides to make it like an archway of trees, but it won't let you do that really. But I thought that looked okay because it's built into the bush, and maybe there's a stem that goes down that you can't see. It's like a tall tree or whatever. But yeah, this is the garden. I think it looks fantastic. Got the fence here. These fences are really tough to do. Again, with the whole floating problem, you see how it's floating there, but it's in the ground here. So I was satisfied with that because it's built into the concrete, so it's that's where it's supported. And plus, I wanted the doors to not open into the ground, right? I didn't want them to swing into the dirt. So this works. It's they open and they're not hitting the ground. Same here. Got the antenna here. I face the ladders on all these things so where you can access them if they need to climb up there. Got the fence here. I had to use a corner piece because it wouldn't let me use a straight piece to build into the bush. For some reason, it wouldn't snap in there because the bush was there, but that piece did, so I had to use that one. So yeah, I'm half satisfied with this design. I wanted to use the junk fences like that door over there to fill these gaps in, but again, with the whole uneven terrain thing, it just wasn't going to happen. I couldn't do it even with the rug glitch, so this was the next best thing I could do. I leveled the platforms with the bush. Not that I would want people climbing on this, but you can, and it just looks like it's more designed better to be flush with the bush height. So I tried to make them level with the bush. And you can't get in here, nobody can walk through. Obviously, if this was real, you could just crawl through there, but this is a low guarded area because there's no threats. This really fucking pisses me off. So when you start the game, there's picket fences all throughout this thing that you can store. You can't get here to this one. This is the only one over here that you can't get to, even if you stand. Trust me, I've tried forever. I've tried to rug glitch this thing out of here. There's just nothing you can. It's there. You can't access this stupid ass fucking picket fence. So yeah, that's just there forever. There's nothing you can do about it. But yeah, so the garden extends over here. You got it blocked off there because over there's the doctor's stuff, and I'll probably add some more stuff over there later. But yeah, I blocked it off. This is the garden area with the fence, and then it's all blocked off over here, and it's safe. And then it continues here naturally, it's it just keeps going. Got more carrots and whatever and all this. I am so proud of this. This looks amazing because I wanted to block this off because it just was so open, and I didn't like how unsafe it felt. So this already kind of makes it again with the junk fences, I really wanted to close all this off to give it a cozy feeling, but it didn't work. But I was satisfied with that. And then this was just I love how this turned out. It's got the water pump, a little seat there, and then it's got the power switch there with the steps and the just everything, and you can come out here. Oh, it looks and again, I lined it up perfectly with the house, and just it looks awesome. You got the guard post out here to watch the back to make sure everything's safe. So those little openings in the fences aren't as big of a problem because you got the guard here. and the spotlights and stuff, and it looks so cool. Look at it, dude. Doesn't this look so... I love it. Anyway, yeah. I'm so proud with how this turned out. Built it into the bush and everything. So, yeah, this is the garden. Oh, I'm so happy with how this turned out. Got all this, and I'm so happy with how that turned out as well. Like, how cool does that look? You got this little, like, walkway or whatever you want to call it, that it blocks off this area so that, like, it's safe again. You know, blocks it off, and it also allows people, like, so this is open, unlike that side with the fences. So again, I use these cool, you know, wall. Oh, it looks so cool! It's built into the fucking thing. Got a chair there and flamingos. I didn't know what else. I wanted to put a little fireplace here or something, but it was too uneven, and like I wanted to put a park bench there or something, but it just was too uneven and it was floating. So yeah, like, you know, got this open area here so you can step, you know, if you're trying to come in this way, you can go this way, or if you're trying to go to the other part of the garden from this direction, you can use the little thing, and oh, it looks so cool. And then up here, I thought it was really cool. I wanted to use the roof again, so I got the staircase to go up here, and I have a plot it's like in the roof, like it's as far, like it's not floating, it's built into the roof, but it's not like in it, if that makes sense. Like it's not like clipping through. So I just thought this was so fucking cool, because it's like some more like experimental plants. Maybe they're like need more sunlight or something, or I don't know. Yeah, the roof's clipping in here, but I'm satisfied with that because it looks like it's like built into it, you know, kind of. So, but it's worth it. So yeah, no, I just thought this was so cool. You know, you got little extra garden space up here, and it's like not floating. Yeah, so that's the garden. I'm really, really proud of everything here. So I guess we'll go to this building next. So this building was supposed to be, like, I didn't want... At first I thought this would just be like a common area for everybody. But then I was like, no, I think I will just claim it as my own. Like, I didn't want to be an egotist and be like, oh, yes, obviously this is my place. It has everything. But then I was like, so that's why I built this place. Because I was like, okay, well, I'll just make this, like, whatever. So, whatever. You know, this is just a whatever building, I suppose. It's kind of like a clubhouse or like a VIP sort of deal. Again, I built this perfectly aligned with the like slab that was already here. It's not hanging off. It's perfectly aligned. So the building is completely symmetrical. You know, you got, you know, no trespassing. This is like for private VIPs or whatever. Got this. Oh, I'm so happy with how this building turned out. I wish I could do a little bit more. Like, I wanted this to be more bar looking, but there's not much more I could do necessarily. Yes. So yeah, I got this like little. I was trying to make this just like storage, but then I thought it would be kind of neat to have like a little desk in here. You can't really sit on the chair. You have to have the door open, which is annoying. Also, side note, this room's an exception because I couldn't put the chair anymore back, but I've made sure that all the chairs, I forgot to mention that. I like how he just walks out the door, like that's, oh, it looks so perfect. Anyway, so yeah, it's a little office, whatever room. But yeah, I made sure all the chairs face the correct direction, so like when you sit, like for example, if you sit at the chair here, they're all facing the bar. You know, those chairs are all facing the right way. The bar stools are all facing the right way. And they're positioned to where, you see his hand, how he does that thing with his hand? He, like, rubs the table against it. They all do that. And, like, your feet don't clip through the, you know, the wood, and you know, your body doesn't go into it. Like, here, I'll sit at one of the tables. So when you sit here, like you're not clipping into the table. Like he clips into it when he sits into it, but when you're sitting, you're not clipping into it. You know, you're like, it looks like he's sitting there. It's kind of annoying though, because I'm pretty sure if you, it's not perfect. If you sit in this, when he gets up, he doesn't go to the side. He just goes in it. I can't control that. It doesn't matter what direction you push, but whatever. There's only so much you can do with this game. So anyway, yes, I'm looking for trouble in my own fucking settlement, dude. Shut the hell up. Anyway, yeah, this is just like, you know, VIP, whatever, clubhouse, lounge. You know, just a little room here. Got a little bed underneath there, bathroom. You know, got the staircase coming up here. This is kind of supposed to be my room, but I kind of changed my mind. It's just a room now, you know, for whoever. You know, little smoke, you know, cigarette tray, cat bowl. This came with the pack I was talking about. It's pretty neat actually. It's focused just on like settlement building for fun. There's the Capital Wasteland, which is really neat. That's actually where this bus came from. That's the Capital Wasteland bus. It's exactly the same as the one that the game comes with, but yeah, that was one of the objects. I just thought it looked cool. It's like, is it hooked up? No, I don't have it hooked up. Or no, I do. Is it? I can't tell. Oh yeah, I did hook it up. Oh no! I forgot to finish that. Oh my god, I got sidetracked. I meant to have the cord running out the window. I completely forgot to do that. Whoops. Okay, well, that's for another day.
How are you?
Shut up! So yeah, anyway, I just thought it looked like a really comfortable chair. But then you can also, like, if you just want to have fun, you know, you can go and do the virtual reality thing. But yeah, it's like a lounge kind of deal. And then got, like, weapon, you know, it's more like it's kind of like a museum. I don't know what this building is anymore, to be honest. It's like a display. I like VIP. I like that better. You know, you got like display racks and stuff and chair there and power armor. The power armor has armor on it, but it doesn't, if that makes sense. See, there's no armor on it. I don't know why it does that. It just like glitches armor on there, and then when you get in it, it goes away. I don't know why it does that. Yeah, you come out here. Again, I didn't really know what to do. When I was building this building, I didn't know what I wanted it for. So I just made it look cool. And things that I thought would work wouldn't work, and then I just kind of did what I could. So I just put that there. You know, got the connector for this building here. So whatever. And then the elevator. The idea behind it was supposed to be, it was power armor focused is what it was. So, I have all the power armors perfectly lined up. See how they all have armor? I don't know why. So, this is supposed to be I know I said this was like a VIP lounge, but it's also where we kill people. Like, I've never used this. I don't know what you do. So the funny thing is that when I got there's a trophy where you're supposed to assign someone to this. I thought by assigning someone to it, you were assigning the executioner. Okay, but then like I took one of my nice settlers. I was like, oh yeah, like sure, you can be the executioner or whatever. And then when I came up to look at him, he was like ready to be killed. I was like, no, what are you doing? So yeah, got him. You know, this is where capital punishment is done. Up here anyway. At first, like I keep saying, this was supposed to be like a sky or like a VIP like roof bar lounge thing. I kind of decided against that because we have the club over there. And this just kind of happened. I started lining up all the power armor here, and then I started getting the vibe. I was like, hey, this is kind of like a medieval like castle, like, you know, where like you kill people, like the suits of armor or something. I don't know. You know, got the, you know, switch here for the door, so they can't escape. But yeah, so this building took forever to build too. By the way, cement is very strange. You see how I'm not going to go into depth, but you see how it's like clipping these two pieces of cement are clipping. I had to do a lot of weird shit to get this building to work. It's just the proportions and measurement and the way the blocks work. Just like this, you see how this is like in the wall. These floors. That's because like they don't. It's a whole thing. So but yeah. So the elevator is for the power armor. Like, you know, obviously you can just go through the door, but like it's heavy and, you know, so like, you know, you get your power armor fixed up in the workshop, and then, you know, you got the step here. This is mainly for personnel and the ramp, but this is supposed to be like if you're coming back from exploring, you come up here, and then the ramp is to help get the power armor up there, and then you get fixed, and then you could like go out this way, and then you go up the elevator with the ramp here. And then this is like how it gets transported up here. I don't know why I keep doing that. So you wouldn't go through the front there, you know, because it's like harder to climb upstairs. But then you get the power armor here, and then you can go up the stairs, and then you go here. So, yep, that's, you know, plus I just wanted an excuse to build an elevator. I think the elevator is really neat. So yeah, that's more or less all that building is. I kind of wish I could have done more with it, but I'm satisfied for the most part. And this bus, I just thought I wanted to have the bus here, and I didn't know what to do with it, so I just made it like a little, you know, extra sleeping area. So, you know, for whoever. This is the girls' dormitory. So you got the signs. This is where the girls are. And it's like closer to the garden, so it's like in the right spot. Again, wasn't much I could do. Kind of wish I could have built a kitchen here. That's not sexist. I said the same thing about the men's place. It's not because they're girls. I should probably add a sink in here, actually. Yeah, I should probably put one right there. But yeah, so just another dormitory kind of area. I should probably wait a minute. I thought I had another bed in here. Huh. I should probably put another. I need to put another bed in here. But yeah, so you know, girls' house, whatever. And got the, you know, guard post here. I kind of liked how I did it. I think I tried to build it further in, but I didn't want it. I wanted to be able to get out here, so you just have to be careful because of the barbed wire. So you just, you know, you can access out here. But you know, if someone's really trying to rush in here from the back, they'll have to be careful with the barbed wire. I am extremely proud of this building. This building was a long work. So I'm not set on the name. Actually, that Gray Gaming guy I was talking about gave me the idea of actually naming the bar. I forget what he called his, like the Continental Cafe or something like that. I can't remember. But this is like it's a diner kind of deal. Just like a restaurant, diner, bar, lounge, everything. It's in everything. And I didn't know what to call it, but he named it the Continental Cafe or whatever, to make it like Massachusetts themed or whatever, like historically themed. And so I named mine Cauliflower for the cauliflower ship. I was just trying to think of words that rhymed or, like, you know, sounded good together, so I thought Club Cauliflower, you know, that's why I named it that. So that's not set in stone, but, you know, this is like, I love this building. It took a lot of work. Oh man, I got decorations everywhere. It's bright, colorful. You know, got the lounge here. You know, just I love this. I love this room, this building. Got the pads here with the disco ball and it's just everything. It's got, this is where all the magazines are, and you know, the seats, and Oh, I just I put the shotgun here. I really wish it would have went here. You know, like a shopkeeper. He's got a shotgun below the desk in case someone gets crazy. But it didn't fit there. So this was like the next best place for it. You know, got the kitchen and you know all that. Got the unisex bathroom and whatever. You know, and it had, and I was like, okay. Well, this is still a house, right? So it got the tub and the toilet and the shower and everything. I was like, well, that's kind of weird for like a diner to have that, right? So then I got the idea to have this be a rental room. Like, so now you have the shower and everything. Not that it works, but you know, now you can rent this. This is part of the business. Like, you can rent that room out for the night. You know, if you're staying, like, this is for people traveling through that come through that aren't trying to live here, or whatever. And then this is, you know, another room you can rent, you know, for families or you know whatever. And this is actually the only room that I put double beds in. I'm not gonna lie, my first idea was to have it be the fuck room, but. Yeah, so, but I just, you know, it looks good, but I didn't want to, like, overuse the idea of, like, double beds, even though I think I probably should have put double beds in at least one other house, but, you know, whatever, and, yeah, so this is where the owner, this is his room, got his, like, safe for profits and whatever, just signage that he didn't use or whatever, so... You know, this is his room. But yeah, this room looks amazing. And it keeps going, kind of. So out here... See, all these buildings work with each other. All of them are lived in. That was my goal. This is, you know, I put all the, like, fun drinks in here where the cafe is, or the club, or whatever. So this, and again, we're going to keep going, this is where the fishermen people, they fish for the diner. Like, the diner gets their food to make, and so I don't know who would want to eat any of this crap, but okay. You know, you got the grill here, the drying racks, or whatever they are, the lobster cages. You know, everything bleeds into each other, you know, and of course, you know, if you're here and you're outside, you got the picnic table out here, you know, and you can buy drinks and stuff, and, you know, got the guard post. I kind of like how this worked out. You can, like, step down into the guard post, and the reason for this is because, like, the barrier of the settlement and this log, I wanted the log to be lined up, and then you can also, like, get into it from here, and then, like, come over here, and it's, like, lined up with the log, and it looks like it's built in, you know. And then you got step down here, you know, and this is like a back area if you want to, like, enjoy the, you know, outside. There's a grill out here and campfire, and then I have this room for rent too. Obviously, you can't build in there, but, you know, this is like, he would also rent this because, you know, if you go down there, there's like a bed, and this is for a more like permanent, half permanent person. You know, this is like the role playing, like, this would be for someone that's maybe, like, in town for, like, 6 months. Like, they're not a permanent resident, but they need to be here for a long time or need to have a place for a while. That room's more for, like, a couple nights, you know, because there's, like, a bed and it's, like, down in the cellar and it's, like, more permanent feeling. So, yeah. And then I wish I could have done more with this, since you literally have the log that comes up here that you can't scrap. And then I saw this flat part here. I was like, this is perfect. I could put a couple chairs here and maybe a table. And it could be like a cool, like, roof, you know, thing. But it just doesn't work. They float. They don't. You can't get chairs to work here. Same with over here. You can't get chairs to work here over here either. Or guard posts or anything. So I just settled on putting this here. I like how I use this one because it's like the rod is like built into the like roof, so it's like stable, you know. Yeah, you'd have to be kind of a daredevil to like sit up here, but, you know, it's like safe for the most part, and just kind of like overlooks it. It's mainly for like to. I wanted it to be so you could watch people play basketball. You know, you could sit up there and watch them play, and you know whatever. But yeah, when he gets off, he thankfully goes that way. So, yep, that's basically all that. And then yeah, I was so happy with how cool this looked. Put the basketball hoop like right in the street. You know, it looks like it's actually there. You know. And like it's flat, and this is the flattest part, you know, of the whole place. So you can, I definitely dropped the basketball here and threw it. I don't know if you know you could do that. Here, I'll show you. Like some people probably never even knew you could interact with items like this. Whoop. Okay. It's cool because the Cosmore says some weird stuff. But yeah, I'm sure a lot of people don't know you could do this. But yeah, you can actually... First of all, the fact that items have properties to them, like the ball actually bounces and makes noises, like it actually has more bounce than most items. You know what I mean? Like if you drop a coffee cup like that, obviously it's not going to bounce. But that does, and it rolls, of course. But then, like, if you can... Well, first of all, most people might not even know if you hold X on an item, you can pick it up and move it. I took that for granted with the bugs earlier. But then if you tap square, you can kind of toss it a little bit. If you hold... The longer you hold square up to a certain point, it'll throw it farther. So you can do that. And then, of course, if you hit R2 and L2, you can rotate the item. And then if you push down on L3, it changes the axis at which it rotates. And there's 3 different rotations: the X, the Y, and the Z. It's not really important with items like this, but like if you were trying to decorate, it would be important. I can't really tell if that went in. That's what she said. Ah, my nose is in my brain! But yeah, anyway, I'm clearly not good at basketball. But yeah, so anyway, again, I'm extremely proud with how this turned out. Gray Gaming had the same thing, but mine's obviously better, because, yeah. But no, it's kind of cool. Like, I saw him have a greenhouse kind of like this, so I'm like, well, okay, you know... Clearly, that's something that some people think about, right? Having a greenhouse. But man, I am so happy with how this building turned out. That was really hard to place there because it's out of bounds and it floats, and I had to really wiggle it in there so it's like touching the ground. But I think it looks really. I used the bushes that are here. It looks like a path, right? Because this is where that old driveway was for this building, and so I was like, oh, I could use this for that. But yeah, so, you know, oh, I love it. Got the porch. I built the porch on here. This is just where, you know, you got some just random farm-looking stuff, you know, like everything's kind of all everywhere because it's like a garden, you know, kind of messy. You know, but we'll go in through this way. So yeah, you know, you got the glass and, you know, obviously, you know, Gray Gaming used all perfectly non-broken windows, but clearly that's stupid because this is the apocalypse, dude. What happens when it rains or hails? This is going to shatter. And plus, where are you finding perfectly non-broken panes of glass? You're going to be lucky if you can find a couple. So yeah, I made sure it looked thematically correct. You know, got all this, and you know, got the light bulbs to. I was gonna try to use the like long rectangle light to kind of seem like a heat light, you know. But then I was like, these plants are accustomed to the environment. These are like not regular plants. These are radiation plants, so they don't need like heat and stuff. They grow on their own. And plus they didn't fit, like the lights didn't work with the glass. But yeah, so just got more crops in here. This might be like crops that we're trying to, you know, do science experiments with to modify them or make them cleaner. You know, this is more like serious growing. And then I thought this looked cool. I put this, like, you know, built this little platform up here for a little bit of extra storage. I actually just now realized that that's clipping through that. Okay, I am actually just now realizing that.
That's annoying. However, I think I might leave it. I'll put that wheel so that's like on the board. That's actually really annoying. I didn't realize that the wheels clip through in the bottom like that. But, okay, whatever. But yeah, it's just like a little bit of extra storage up there. Yeah, you got the wraparound deck that leads, you know, you got stairs and the, you know, got the one spotlight out here. I'll probably end up putting, I want to have a whole perimeter. I'm probably going to put another platform here and put a light shining over here for this guard over there. Whoops. But then, yeah, so you go, you know, you got the doghouse here, and these graves were here, and I split the garden off, as you can see. I didn't want Brahmin to come in here or nothing, so I kind of closed this whole area off with the picket fences, and I put those posts there to kind of look like grave tombs, or, you know, or tombs, or grave stones, or whatever, and then you've got the power pylon, and, you know, just got that, so I wanted to respect the graves, and, you know, I have a place for them, and, you know, got some more of the garden over here, just some more crops, more open out here. This is awesome. This is literally just the prefab that you built, but I built it outside. Like you can see, it's outside of the build limit. I wanted to build outside as far as I could to make the most use of the space, and it just looks so awesome. Like, wait. The pole's in the wood. Oh no, the pole's in the wood. I might have to move this a tiny bit. Oh, how did I not notice that before? Anyway, that's actually, I might have to just let that slide, because I remember I lined this tree up with that hole in the fence. That was kind of like my marker. But yeah, so you got this here. This is just another guard tower, basically. I put a little tower up here and a little, just, you know, whatever, you know. I just wanted someone to be able to guard out here, and it just looks so fucking cool. Like, this is awesome. I love this thing. I wanted to, I wish you could snap build on this platform, as in, like, actually, let me double check that. Yeah, see, like, nothing snaps onto this structure, so you can't really do anything with it. And again, these picket fences you can't fucking remove. You can't move them or do anything with them. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll just use them as part of the build. So these, like, see, the fucking annoying thing is that this, like, you can remove these. I put these here, but you can remove them. And if you do, this thing is just floating here. Again, I do not understand the developers that made this game. I don't understand, like, how do they not see that, you know? Like, how they not, like, barricade this build limit or whatever, make the boundary, and not see this? Like, players are probably going to want to remove this stuff. Maybe we should just move this out an inch. I don't understand. So I said, fuck it, I'll just use it as a part of my build. So I had to it didn't snap on there, this picket fence. I had to place it to where it looked like it was a part of that fence, and then I just continued it onward to, you know, just make it look like a old fence that's broken for whatever reason. So yeah, actually, real quickly, whoops, wrong section. I just want to see, like, I might, oh, stop snapping that way. No, go to the side. Is it really outside the build area? How is it still out? That doesn't make any sense. Oh wait, is it because it's this way? No? Okay, what the hell? Snap the fuck on the right way. Why is it not? That doesn't make any sense. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, now it is. I might actually have to consider doing this, like something like this. I don't like having that random open area. Anyway, I'll do that some other time. But yeah, I got this just the cool wraparound deck. You know, just got all that and a little post here and more crops.
Back hurts.
Shut the fuck up. But yeah, so then it just opens out into whatever, and then there's this little path here. We'll come back to that. Got this whole outside area, like this front outside area, is supposed to be like the grazing fields for the Brahmin. That's like it's just supposed to be open for them. Like they can go back out here, and the water's there if they want to drink and all that. So we'll come. Wow, my character's exhausted. I've been doing this for a long time. This video is going to be a long fucking video. So yeah, that's the greenhouse. I think that's all there's for that. And then, so this building, it's like a hunter's cabin, sort of. It's just like the more outdoorsy kind of guy. You got like this is where meat and leather and stuff is taken care of in like cages. I put a mole rat cage there because it kind of fit. And, like it's not supposed to be like people guts. It's supposed to be like the guts of like animals and whatever that's unusable or just whatever. And then you got the cages and. I kind of like how this kind of looks like a path as well. So I built the cages there to like guide the path, or whatever. So I was just trying to fill space and make it look cluttered, and it's not perfect, but it's the best I could do. But yeah, so I wanted to use one of each like prefab, like a wood, a metal, concrete, that kind of thing. So none of the prefabs lined up with this thing. This building does if you turn it a certain way, but it just doesn't quite look right, and like the bush clips into the building and stuff. So this was the next best thing I came up with. I wanted to use the stairs, so I built this to get up on top of here, put a power supply, the generator, and some seats and whatever. So I'm happy with how I used this area to do that. Got the actual entrance here, so you can see these like mannequins with the leather. So this is supposed to be like they're hunting deer and stuff, and they get the leather. And this guy's a leather worker. This is like his room or whatever, and just there's not much you can do with this prefab. Sadly, it's so oddly designed that you can't hang stuff on the walls, and the space is weird. But it's fine. Got just that, and all that. This part is fucking awesome. I am so happy with how this turned out. I expanded this plot. Got the staircase that leads down to that path, and you can come in this way. Got the outhouse. I like how I grew up in a house before that had an outhouse, and it kind of like had like roots, and this reminds me of that because dude, I'm literally gonna kill you. Go away. I'm trying to do like a video. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, it just kind of reminds me of that, like, I don't know what word I want to use, but yeah, anyway. So you can come out here, and this is the tanning, or like leather working station, and I love how this looks. It looks so lived in and whatever. Like this is, again, like he just... Oh, I love this area. It looks so cool. I put a lot of time into this. Got the everything works. It just works. It just works. I don't know why it does that, but yeah. So this is just all that. So this is all the leather working and the meat. And like I said, the meat can go over there, and then the leather. Is all the road leathers that the everybody wears. I have everybody outfitted with road leathers as the base, and then the combat armor. So this guy makes all the leather. I had everybody in leather armor as well, but just for like progression standpoint, I wanted to put everybody in combat armor just because it's like better. So, yeah, and then there's the back door. You just go out here and got the his water supply, and like he's supposed to be like self-sufficient, you know. He's got his own power supply and like his water and all that, and he can like hunt for himself. So I guess we'll come back around the cul-de-sac. And actually, Gray Gaming had a really neat structure. I didn't really analyze it too much, and I wasn't really sure what he was doing with it, but he had this cool structure that he built around this tree, and it looks really neat. And I'm gonna have to figure out what he did, because not that I want to copy it, but I just want to see how he did it, because I wasn't really sure how he did. Oh yeah, another thing too, I was thinking about putting the projector item here to be like a movie theater, put like seats out here, so like the projector would make movies. But then I was like, that's a little, like that's overdoing it, you know. Like I don't need to do that. This room's pretty cool too. This is supposed to be just like a more old man, like hunter. It's supposed to be kind of like the same type of person that would live over there. This guy's the hunter, really. Like this guy's the hunter that gives this guy leather and stuff to work with, and this is where all his trophies are. I just wanted to be able to put trophies of everything in there. I thought it was cool that they fit in the shelf. But yeah, it's supposed to be like kind of just like an old man's like lounge, hangout, hunter cabin kind of thing. Again, wasn't really much I could do with it. Like this wall is unusable because it's like bent inward. Same with that one. I was lucky. You see how it fits enough to where it is like connected to the wall, so I was satisfied. But it's just not. And actually, I'm just kind of now realizing that doesn't really fit there. It's floating. But you know, this is supposed to be, you know, just like gun case. One time when I was experimenting, I had it really cool. I actually used like a silver pocket watch, and I put a hunting rifle in there and stuff. I actually put them in there, and it looks like war memorabilia. And then that's when I learned that stuff just falls through and it fucks up. And I put pool balls and sticks on here, and then I came back and they're all through the floor. And yeah, it just doesn't work. But yeah, anyway. Got that, you know, just standard bathroom, fucking Mirelurk King there. And yeah, so I have one of each of the trophies, except for like the chimpanzee or something or whatever it was. And this is supposed to be like his hunting weapons. Like, you know, I thought these were like, you know, I mean, this dude's hunting everything. He's got to be ready for anything. So he's got like the bayonet and like the wrap on his shit and like this crazy revolver that he made himself, and the hunting bull fucking revolver and the machete. Just, you know, I thought it looked like all huntery and stuff. And then just another room. So just kind of whatever on this room. And then I actually just did this a couple of days ago. This is like the newest part of the whole build. I wanted a barn. Because I have like one of every structure. I have like that's the warehouse, because those are warehouse objects. I have the metal, the concrete, the wood over there, and then I have the barn now, and the scaffolding too, kind of for a lot of different places. And this is all just kind of thrown together. I'm not quite done. I wanted to fence this area off. I'm trying to figure out somehow to fence this off, basically like from here to there, so the Brahmin don't go into the town. Kind of, but I'm not really sure, because that's what I did here. I kind of started here to block it off from the Brahmin. Wait, is that hitting? Oh, it's not hitting the stair. I didn't even plan that. Okay, anyway, that's awesome. But yeah, this is like the grazing field. Okay, that's annoying. But yeah, I put the troughs everywhere. This is really neat. I was kind of happy with how this looks. You can place him in there, but now I can't get him, right? But unless you rug glitch him, like you can get in there if you know what you're doing. But I just thought that looked really neat. Like he's like in there. But anyway, but yeah, I made this whole barn as like an extension. I just think I lined these things up flush with the house, and it's so cool because like this thing is here, and it looks like it's like part of it. And then, you know, got another outhouse out here, and you know, I thought this looked really awesome. just, you know, the wraparound deck again. I really like wraparound decks. But yeah, I got the doors for the Brahmin to come in here if they need to be in there for the night. And then I blocked it off with this. So, you know, it's like, this is all like, the Brahmin don't need to be over here. The cats or whatever. And this is all just like storage and whatnot. And, you know, like I said, the Brahmin can come in here if they need to be cleaned or it's like snowing or, well, not snowing, but, you know, bad weather or whatever. So a little workshop kind of thing. Pretty satisfied with how this whole thing got constructed. And then you go up here, and this is like a room, just another room. I think it looks really cool. Just whatever. You know, I put this stuff here just as kind of like more storage or like seasonal things or things that aren't used all the time. The pitching machine, I've never used that before, or the fireworks launchers. I figured they just felt appropriate here, and I put the signage here just as like, you know, signage that isn't being used right now or something like that. Not necessarily for decoration. But yeah, just another room, and I put another tanning thing here as decoration, but again, it just felt like it should belong here like that, you know. It's just everything bleeds together, like it's close to this guy and it bleeds over here, you know. So just yeah, so that's the barn. I'm really happy with how that turned out. Oh yeah, I thought this was so cool too. I built more storage. Like, it looks like it's real, doesn't it? Like, it looks like storage would actually be up there, you know? Like, they can get a ladder, and then they can get, like, stuff they don't use all the time. So it's just more storage up there. I'll probably put some actual, like, containers up there later, but yeah, so we're finally getting toward the end. Or at the end. I just put that there because I just wanted to. So yeah, we're back over here. So I thought this was so cool. I spent a long time trying to get these things to be looking like they're built into the concrete and stable and not floating, and the wires and keeping the path intact. This is just, you know, you can use the path here and you're not going to hit your head on the wires and stuff. And you got the wind from the flatness of over here, and, you know, it just looks like it would be this way. But yeah, you can like go down the path. The guards can go just like, you know, walk down here. Got some guard posts here. I put them like where they would be flat and like in the middle, if that makes sense. Like, these are like in the, like, I would put one over there, but it's not flat, you know what I mean? So this is flat, and it's like spaced out enough to where it would make sense that you would want one here. So just more guards. I'll probably, oh, that's right, I put a post here because I didn't want the wire to cross like that, but it wasn't like flat, it was floating, so I'll have to figure out something later. But yeah, you know, you got this, and I like how I lined it up to where it's like you got this path here, and that's floating, right? No, it's not. Wait, what? That's weird. The light is like bleeding through as if it's floating. Like, you can see that it's not. Oh, I'm incapacitated. No. Actually, let me go slurp a Nuka-Cola. I don't use so like, I know Nuka-Cola helps your sleep stage, but I have never once used Nuka-Cola to, like, I don't use drugs or items to do anything, you know? Like, Nuka-Cola makes you less sleepy because of the caffeine, but, like, I don't use them for bonuses like that. I've never drank Nuka-Cola ever, but I know it does that, so we're going to do that. Just for the sake of the video. Let's just drink fucking 9 of those. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, what? Wait, I thought... Wait, oh. Wait, I thought it... Oh, I guess it did. Oh, I guess it only goes up one stage of sleep. Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense. They don't want you to just power down a bunch of caffeine and then be completely unsleepy. That's interesting. Well, I learned something new. Alright, so yeah, you just... I thought this was really neat. You got this, like, path here. so it like, you know, actually goes in or whatever. And then you can see like the path kind of goes this way, so you just like kind of go and follow it down this way, and then you can like cross over here. And this is like fishing kind of thing, like, you know, fishing crawdads or something like that. You know, got the fire here. Just thought it'd be kind of neat, and it made this cool little like bridge because it actually goes deep there. And I'm already incapacitated. Okay, apparently caffeine isn't overpowered. Anyway, you know, just more fishing stuff. You know, barbecued and just whatever. Got some crates here. I littered the lobster cages around or whatever they are. And I just thought it was really neat. I use every inch of this place and just, you know, make it work. So I thought this was really cool. Wait, didn't I? Hold on one second. I don't think stairs snap onto here. Wait, did I forget to do that? I did. I forgot to put a step here. I think I took it out because I was redesigning this place. There should be a step there. I need to put that in sometime. See, like this side. Because it's not like, you know, you need a step to get on there. Huh. Anyway, so yeah, it's a little part over here. If we could just crawl our way over here to the last part. Another guard post. And another one. And I'm really happy how this looks. So I wanted to be able to put a big guard post over here, but again, it floats. But yeah, I put these like cages like in the ground to where it looks like they're actually like using them. You know, like those are like strategical placements for them, for the crawdads or whatever they're catching. And, you know, like a little fishing dock here. And I use this dock all the time because I'm like constantly running this way to like go explore. So it's like really cool. And so yeah, I got the little like fishing platform. I had a chair out here, but I got rid of it because anytime I would be calling everybody to go where the bell is, there would always be someone sitting on this chair, and then they would just get stuck and stay here, so I just got rid of it. Plus, it kind of floats. Everything floats on here. There's not much you can do about that. But yeah, it's just a little like place to fish because the water's deep over there. And then kind of the same thing over here, and I just jump off and run over there. So yeah. Wow, that actually took a lot longer. There's a lot of work that went into this place. And yeah, that's everything so far. Again, you can see there's still things that I want to do or haven't done or should have done. So yeah, oh man, yeah. I guess that's it. I'm gonna be streaming everything now. I mean, I've streamed everything, but I haven't talked in my other streams thus far. I think I said that before, but I will be now because I want to experience everything with people that watch. So there's a lot of game. Wait a minute, the stairs floating. God damn it! I can't. Wow. This is so dumb. I'm finding this shit, trying to record this. So what? I guess, or really, hold on. I shouldn't have done that. God damn it. Does this work? No, oh, no, that went the other way. Hold on. So that, and then probably this. Why is that not snap? Oh, yep, I'll just have to do that. Well, that's fucking annoying. God damn it. Stupid stairs couldn't be a fucking inch longer. So, okay. Well, I've explained most of what I want to explain. So, we'll just call it there. I'm just trying to see if I forgot anything. I don't think so. I was hoping I still had things to talk about by the time I reach my sign over here to make it like thematic, like a movie. But I ran out of things to talk about, so now I'm just filling empty space with words. Yeah. Anyway, see ya.